welcome everybody to Beyond the Arc. It's been a little bit of a while since we've been on, but we needed to get out a video before the NBA season started. So I got the coach with me.
Hey everybody.
And so the first thing we're talking about, let's talk about the offseason, since we haven't had a chance to talk about the offseason yet. Been crazy, not as crazy as it had been previously, but it was pretty interesting. Giannis is yet to sign, which is maybe showing signs of what may happen next offseason. I think he has until the 21st to sign his contract.
That's correct.
Max.
Yep.
And then Anthony Davis signed his max contract. LeBron James, he did another 2 years on his contract.
That's correct.
What he did. And then let's see. So Lakers got Schrodinger, and they got Harrell, and THT. Man, he's looking pretty good.
Yeah, it's preseason, but you can't ask for a better start. That's for sure.
Let's see. Chris Paul goes to the Suns, so that's pretty interesting. The Knicks do nothing. I'm kind of surprised that they did nothing. And that was one of the options they could have done, but I was kind of surprised because I kind of saw them doing something, and I definitely didn't see, in most people's eyes, the two worst contracts in the NBA being swapped. So that was pretty interesting with the Washington Wizards with John Wall and the Houston Rockets with Russell Westbrook. So that was pretty interesting. Now, when that trade happened, you and me had a conversation, and we were talking about who benefited from the deal. And honestly, how I feel and how I felt then, I honestly, both teams do kind of benefit, but both teams have major risk at this point.
Yeah,
but they had risk before. We don't know what's going on with Harden. I heard he was going to be reporting on Tuesday. But as it is right now, I mean, their team's not that bad. Actually, like I said, I think they improved from last year. Coaching, we don't know, because D'Antoni is a proven coach. He may not be a championship level coach, but he's at least a proven coach. They have Silas now? Silas now.
Yep.
Who's a rookie head coach. But
yeah.
he's been
but his dad was LeBron James' first coach. So
he's
been around. Paul's been around the league forever, and I'm sure James has, been involved in some capacity or another with coaching.
Yeah, I mean, now he wants to go to Brooklyn. He talked about even.
We're talking about Miami now.
Miami. So some teams. Philadelphia, I think, was another one of the teams they were talking about. What's the possibilities you think of him being traded before the NBA season, which is coming up? Do you think that's going to happen? Because I don't think.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to try to get him in camp, make him play with Wall, and then see what happens. But here's the thing: he doesn't have a gun to the head, so to say, because he's not a free agent. So they can trade him next year.
Coming soon, yeah.
Yeah, but they say it's not like he's incoming a free agent. So here's the funny part is if the Rockets had traded for AD or LeBron or Greek Freak, then Harden's going to stay, right? But John Wall actually thought that with him coming to Houston, he told everybody, "Oh yeah, he'll stay." From what I'm hearing today, Harden does not want to stay. He wants out. Right. So. John Wall looked really good. Looked like his old self again. Yeah, but it's not enough to keep Harden there. Harden wants to go and play with another established star.
I mean, Wall is a star, though.
No, he is absolutely. But I think he would rather go to Philadelphia and play with Philadelphia is saying they're not going to trade Simmons, but I don't see any other scenario that Harden goes to Philadelphia without Simmons going to Houston. So they can say all they want.
Kind of crazy three-team trade for it, or four-team trade even for that to happen. Which with Daryl Morey, it could happen. He's done some crazy stuff before, so you can't put it past him. But Yeah, they do not want to. If I were them, I wouldn't even want to. I would. Those are the two people I'm keeping. Anything else is movable.
Right.
Because I don't know about Harden and Embiid. I don't even know if all three of those guys make a lot of sense together, to be honest with you. It's just the idea of having, let's see how much great talent we can put on a team and see what happens. And, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Honestly, I think the Westbrook Harden thing was working for a while until it didn't. I think it was Westbrook got hurt, and then ever since his injury, he even came back from the injury in the playoffs, and it didn't really seem to mesh at that point. But it was meshing during the season, so maybe it could work, maybe it couldn't.
In the last 3 years, he's had Chris Paul as his point guard. He's got Russell Westbrook as point guard. This year he's going to have John Wall, which are all really good point guards. So it sounds to me like he doesn't want to play with a point guard. He wants to be the point guard.
That's true, and he may be better off with whoever he is playing with not being specifically a point guard or even ball dominant player whatsoever, because Harden's one of the most ball dominant players I've ever seen, and maybe in potentially in NBA history. I mean, he's one of, I would probably say. I know his usage rate's super high.